Hey, what's up, everybody? Today we're going to talk about the Dallas Cowboys wide receivers, my projection on who's going to make the team and who's not. All right, serious? Dang, dude, you heard that? It's like breaking the sound barrier right there. All right, so let's get right into this conversation here. This is going to be a lot of fun. We did this last year, and the conversation was great. All right, so to begin this, we want to go back in time and take a look at who actually made the final cuts, the final 53-man cuts for 2018 after the preseason. All right, very interesting. Let's go over it real quick. All right, there was 6 receivers. Cole Beasley, all right, he finished the year 65 catches, 672 yards. And then there was Allen Hurns. He had 20 catches for 295 yards. Tavon Austin with a measly 6 receptions for 55 yards. Michael Gallup, 33 receptions and 507 yards. Terrence Williams, he made the team somehow, and obviously ended up getting shelved and then cut and that kind of thing, so nothing for him. And then Noah Brown, 5 catches for 54 yards. All right, so 6 receivers. I feel like the Cowboys will go again with 6 receivers because the trending rate for the Cowboys has been 6 receivers. They haven't really kept more than 6. It's been a while, and they haven't really kept less than 6. So 6 for the wide receivers is a pretty good sweet spot for them. Let's talk about who I think is going to make the big 6. Like I said here in the title and the thumbnail, the big 6. Who is it going to be? All right, so let's get into it. We're going to start with the big guns. Amari Cooper, obviously the big one. Amari Cooper, the beast of beasts. Your number 1, your alpha dog wide receiver, the silent assassin, whatever you want to call him. He's definitely making this team, no doubt about it. He's a big catalyst for why the Cowboys had their turnaround season in 2019. In a full season, off season with Dak Prescott, they're doing their wide receiver summit, like I said in my other video. So, you know, continuing to build that camaraderie in the off season. Full season with the program, Kellen Moore's new offense. Expect big things, all right? We do expect big things, all right? Nothing less. Anything less would be uncivilized, all right? Remember that? You remember those Charles Barkley commercials? I used to love those when I was growing up. Anyway, number 2 to make the team, Michael Gallup, all right, out of Colorado State, had a good rookie campaign. Could have been, I think his numbers could have been a lot better if there was a better connection between him and Dak Prescott. There were several missed deep opportunities. We saw it. But as the season went on, that chemistry improved. All right, that chemistry improved. That stoichiometry. All right, that kind of thing, you know. So that's gonna be good for the Cowboys. Gallup, Amari Cooper, 1-2 punch. You know, who's to say at the end of the year this could be one of the most lethal combos out there? All right. But before we get ahead of ourselves, we got to play a whole season of football, right? So, third player I have making this team is a no-brainer. It's going to be Randall Cobb. All right, this is an upgrade over Cole Beasley in the slot. You can play him in the slot position, but you can also interchange him with Amari Cooper. So these 2 guys, you can move one to the outside, move one to the inside, keep that defense on their heels, not knowing what's going to slap them across the face. What it's going to be is big plays, slapping these guys in the face, all right? So the big thing with him will be the hamstrings. Can he stay healthy? Can he give us good production? I think he will. You know, I think he'll do a good job for the Cowboys in this offense. They've already hit it off pretty well here in OTAs. We'll see how they look in training camp and the preseason, all right? Now, after the third receiver in here, this is where things can really, this is where I believe the last 3 spots are really up for grabs, all right? But going with what the Cowboys like to do and what they typically do, these are going to be my final 3 here, all right? And I will give you one dark horse candidate, all right? But number 4 making the team, Allen Hurns, making a immaculate recovery from that devastating injury. Cowboys brought him in last year as part of that wide receiver by committee. Obviously, that didn't work out, but Allen Hurns does have a good resume, 1,000-yard receiver, a number 1 receiver, and a good number 2, you know, competent receiver there with Jacksonville. You know, he can get down the field, all right? So he's got some speed. So Allen Hurns, I think at the end of the day, you know, if he continues on the upward track like we're expecting he is, he'll make this team, and he's a veteran presence for this offense. You know, God forbid one of these guys goes out. You still have a veteran presence that knows the playbook. You know he's going to know where to be, and he's the consummate pro. All right, he's right there with the Cooper. He's not going to let you down. He's not going to goof around and not know where to be and that kind of thing. All right. The fourth guy that I have making this team, or actually no, we're on number 5. So, you know, Randall Cobb, Allen Hurns, Noah Brown, I think makes his team as well. The Cowboys just love this player. They like his size. 6'2", 205. I think he's heavier than 205, but he's up there in the 200s. So, you know, there's always been speculation, transfer him, make him into a tight end, this kind of thing. Cowboys like him down the field. He's your prototypical, you know, possession receiver. So again, if one of these guys on the outside gets hurt, you can put him out there. You know, Amari Cooper or Michael Gallup. Not as fast, obviously, as those two, but he can get down the field and he will snatch the ball out of the air. Okay, he's not a body catcher, so that's a good thing. They're continuing to develop him, which is a good thing. So expect him to stick around. And then the 6th wide receiver I have making this team is going to be John Bay Johnson. You know, the upward arrow has just continued to look good for him, and I think you want to keep him around to develop him. Is your possible successor to Randall Cobb. You know, if Randall Cobb doesn't re-sign after his 1-year deal, or maybe he wants to go somewhere else, or maybe it doesn't work out, maybe the injuries, that kind of thing. So you got to have somebody in place. You got to have somebody in your system that can compete for that position, you know, maybe this year during the season, or definitely for the following season. So John Bay Johnson, I think, is that perfect candidate for that number 6 and final position, who can transition into that slot position and you won't skip a beat. All right, so he's got a lot of speed. 4.35 is his 40. You know, I goofed that on my last one where I said it was a 5.35, and people were like, "Hey, that's not too fast." But you guys know what I meant. I know some of you guys were cracking jokes and stuff. That was a bit funny, but I see him making the team. All right, and now as far as my dark horse candidate, it's going to be Cedric Wilson. All right, Cedric Wilson, out of Boise State. So there's a connection there. Will there be any kind of favoritism there? I don't believe in that there, but you know, he's another player that can get down the field, speed to burn, so he has that with him. Another player that snatches the ball out of the air, okay? Another player that's not a body catcher. So, and of course, he is familiar with the Boise State type of offense. You know, that they've been running over there for quite a while now, even after Kellen Moore left. So there's a lot of familiarity there, probably with the different kinds of schemes that they're going to want to run. So that may help Cedric Wilson, you know, either be the dark horse or perhaps, you know, leapfrog one of these guys. Like I said, these final 3 positions, I think, are really wide open. You know, whether it's Allen Hurns, some people will point to his contract being too big. They're going to cut him, this and that. If that was the deal, they would have done that already. All right, they're not going to. I mean, you know, I just don't think that's the case with him. They really like the player, and he is productive, and he knows the playbook. So we'll see how that looks. Noah Brown, can he stay healthy? All right, like we've talked about in other videos, this is going to come down to, if you miss time, you're probably out. Tavon Austin doesn't even sniff this this crew for me. I mean, just look at that. What did he have? Like I said, 6 receptions, 55 yards. They don't use him. All right, they don't use him. He's the gadget player, the jet sweep crap that never works. You know, and you're not gonna. I just don't see them keeping him around as just a primary return guy. I mean, they could. You know, they did sign him on the cheap, but why keep a player when you have players that can fill that position? Whether it's Darius Jackson, who can be in the return game. Tony Pollard is the biggest weapon in the return game that you would want to see him as well. So it'll be interesting to see what they do, who makes his final cut. But those are my 6. All right, we'll go over it real quick. Amari Cooper, Michael Gallup, Randall Cobb, Allen Hurns, Noah Brown, and John Bay Johnson, and the dark horse, Cedric Wilson. All right, let me know what you guys think. Who do you think makes the final 6? Do you think it'll be 6 receivers? Or do you think it'll be less or more? Let me know what you guys think, how deep they'll go at wide receiver. Let me know who your dark horse receiver is. All right, do you have a pet cat wide receiver or a dark horse? Let me know in the comments. Let's talk about it. All right, this is the time of the year that we're going to start really taking this deep dive like we did right now on wide receivers, to kind of try to guess and see who might make this team and try to make that run. All right, we got to make that run. This is it. It's boom or bust, Super Bowl or bust, right? But remember to hit like on this video, guys. I really appreciate all you guys that continue to come back here for these videos. Continue to like, subscribe, and share. I'll see you guys for the next video. Peace.